Hello, everybody. James from Baltimore, Maryland, USA again. Um, Everybody's got that one person that is significant to them, significant other, a wife, a lover, a best friend, a friend, um, you know, twin flame, soulmate, boyfriend and girlfriend, whatever. But think about it. I was just being a little creative today. It's currently almost 4 o'clock in the morning and I can't sleep. Lovesick, right? Always are. I have a little twin flame. Her name's Rachel. So I was a little creative today, and I figured there's 26 letters in the alphabet. So if there's words, adjectives, statements, or anything I could come up with for each letter, at my best ability out there at this, I'm gonna go with that. Um, I would come up with the 26 ways to express my love to her. How about that? By starting out with the letter A. Adorable. I would say that adorable would be her fitting classification because at the moments I look at her and I just can't take my eyes off of her beautiful eyes. How it pierces my soul and just uplifts my spirits inside of my body. It makes me want to be a better man, husband, and father to our children. How about that? I think that's what the letter A would stand and represent for Rachel. How about I step out there and I say the letter B, beloved? Well, I use that word pretty heavily for my Abba Father, or in the love of Jesus. You're beloved because you're significant, and it's beyond love to be loved like the beloved begotten Son of Jesus that was sent to us was a treasure, something that was a blessing that meant that's much significance to me. I would classify beloved to be the letter or word for Rachel and how I feel about my love with her. A word that can describe something so significant that I would lay my life down for. I give my last breath. The letter C. Let's see. Let's see about the letter C with the S, the C, and the letter C. Well, I could come up with a bunch of quirky little ways to say that. But let's just put it this way. When I'm with her or when I'm around her, talking to her on the phone or, well, FaceTiming her, and I feel like I'm on cloud nine. There we go. Cloud nine for the letter C. How about that being up somewhere in the cloud where you feel like you have your wings fluttering like an angel? Or you're floating. How about that with your significant other? Did they make you float? Did they make you feel alive like you're an angel? I think that's how she makes me feel when I talk to her. Like I'm an angel again. That of a nerve angel, right? Okay, and we'll go to the next one. How about that? The letter D. I would have to say darling. Because just the word darling alone sounds so gentle but sweet with bitter honey around it. How about that? I would say darling would fit her script. And the letter E, internal. How about internal? Something that is not temporary, but even past death, that's everlasting. How about that? A double E on that one. The letter F. Well, her little 5'6" frame is so tiny but so gentle. But she's fearless, like a lioness. Like a lioness, right? I'm the lion, but you know what they say. The lioness goes out and does hunting and then takes care of the young. I think she's fearless because she grabs a hold of stuff, and her little tiny self doesn't let anybody stop her for what she wants to go for because she's not scared. She's she's fearless. So I think F, fearless, would fit her script. Rachel, how about that, baby? Okay, the next one. Oh, this is a good one. Gentle. To be fearless would be the first word just came out before that, but now gentle. I think she's gentle because she's a nurturer. She's loving kindness, and to be in my case, she's very gentle because she know how to deal with me when I'm down, out, and I need to get myself back together and fear not, but know that I'm worthy and that she cares about me. Her gentleness to my heart makes me feel loved. Oh my goodness, the next one is actually starting with an H. She's hauntingly beautiful to me. I'm petrified because of her beauty. I I don't really know too many words I can put on that, but other than the fact is it haunts me because there's not a moment in my day that her face doesn't reach the presence of my mind, or even when I close my eyes to go to sleep. I still see you, Rachel. It haunts me in a beautiful way, a loving way how much I love you. Huh. Let's see. Oh, the letter I. She's immeasurable. I can't put a specific measurement or her love. I can't measure it because it's abundant to the point where it's unlimited. Unlimitedless. How about that? It's immeasurable how much I love her that she loves me back like a mirror. Actually no, if I'm her sunshine or her star, right? She's my moon. I reflect in her immeasurable love. If I give it, she gives it back. Even in the best abilities that she can, that she tries. That's why I say immeasurable. Or the next word starts with letter J. Are you ready? She's juicy. Like a sweet cup of lemonade on a hot day. Or just the juicy gushiness of a love. Enough to quench your thirst. Read between the lines on that one, see what you think. What's on your mind? Juicy. When I got a dry mouth, she can make it nice and wet. Love the juiciness of her. That's this way. The essence of her skin or the taste of salt of her skin, either way, makes your mouth water, doesn't it? That's how I feel about her. More like erotic juiciness, but we'll go there. I love it the way she tastes, or the way she quenches my thirst. Nice and juicy, like a fruit. Okay? The letter K. She's kind-hearted. I'd say that the reason why she's so kind-hearted is the simple fact is that no matter what she's been through, and the people around her that step on her or around her have been around her, not around her precisely to say now, but along the way, so many people have stepped on her, such as they have I before I woke up and was saved by Abba, my Jesus, my God. Her kindness and the kind heart of her is something significant that still beats after all this time in knowing that she loves even after she's had many scars put upon her. she still has a kind heart. Now, let's see. Hmm. Ba, 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 ba. Let's see. The next one. The letter L. I would have to say she's a lullaby to me. Because when she talks to me, it's like a sweet little lullaby that makes me feel not uncomfortable, makes me feel comfortable, like I'm being nurtured with a nursery rhyme, something that of a nurturer would do. If I'm the masculine and she's the feminine, she nurtures. I feel as if she sings me a lullaby and brings the inner child out of me so I can play with her inner child. How about that? We could sit back and read lullabies to one another. She once told me that if she sat on my lap and she thought it was childish, would I be able to read stories to her like a little child? I don't think you're ever too young or old to have a lullaby read to you or even a story. So I think lullaby would fit the script most significantly. You know what I'm saying? I believe that would be it. And I hope I'm not skipping all around on this. I think I might have messed up a little bit. But you know what? Why not? Let's do this. Let's do this, everybody. Okay, let's do this. I think the letter M would be next. I think she's magical. Because it's something that is like presto. Her love is just undescribably amazing towards me. The way I feel about her is just magic. Like pulling a rabbit out of a hat kind of magic. Or presto, here's the true love that just grabs a hold of me. It's indescribable, but yet magical. Okay. There isn't a lot of words that really come to my mind when it comes to the letter N. But I would have to say my last name, Nowicki. Because I'd rather have her have my last name than any other at the moment. Because how I feel. And I want to say at the moment, I'm in the moment, but it's a moment that I never want to end. So I would rather say the letter N would stand for Nowicki, my last name, because it belongs to her. And I love her, so what other way? Okay. The letter P. Perfection. I would have to use that word the way I always say. That most people's greatest imperfections, right, makes it your greatest perfection. So in this case, neither one of us, her or I, are perfect, which has many imperfections that brings out our perfections for one another. So I would have to say that's why I picked the letter P. Pardon me. I think the next word for the letter Q, which would be pretty common, if I'm her king, she'll definitely be my queen. So we can rule kingdom together forever in eternity. But I think the letter after that would be R. And I believe it would be romance. I mean, you have a lot of relationships that are hit or miss, come and go. But the romance and compassion that would be in the relationship is not perfect, but it's a work in progress between each of us, between one another. In our own little special way, we try to be romantic, even if it's quirky or just a pathetic romantic. The romance is still there in us, even after 20 years being separated and being brought back together. In each one's life, knowing we couldn't be separated because our love was so strong and the romance was definitely there. I think the next letter that would be significant or word would be stubborn. I can vouch on that. I'm a particular stubborn individual. But when it comes to Rachel, I think I met my match. Too much in like when it comes to stubborns, you might bump heads a lot, but even if you bump heads in relationships and you have all that stubborn, you sit the pride down for a minute, get past your indifferences, it makes you stronger. So, I think stubborn would fit the script for her. The next word or phrase that I would say that starts with the letter T is she's very trustworthy to me. I think that her act of kindness that she brings with the trust that she puts in me that makes me feel comfortable makes her very trustworthy to me. Something I don't want to be separated because I treasure it because of its worth. And that's why I say trustworthy for her, because that's how I feel. I think the next word with the letter U, oh man, sorry, would be unique. Because she's an individual and there's no one else like her. She's special to me because she's my gift and her heart fits in the palm of my hand and I hold it because it's so unique and precious to me that I don't want to never let it go. So soft and moist and warm upon my hand. It's so unique to me. I also say the letter V, like Van or Van Gogh or Violets. I would have to say the word that fits her script would be vibrational. That can mean so many different things when it comes to her. How her body interacts with mine is vibrational, or even up here in her mind. The vibrations or the voice, how she speaks to me. It's like it moves my spirit and soul and makes me feel like I'm growing like a flower, flourishing. The vibration speaking it into existence. Like we're manifesting something called love. Or the letter W, bringing it back this way, worthy. She may think she's not worthy, but she fits that word pretty well. Because everybody's worthy. Even if you think you're second best, you're always number one. So if you think you have to step out today and say, how can I be worth something or worthy? The world would appreciate it. Step back for a minute and say, no, no. I'm not worthy because of just for you. I'm worthy because of me, for who I am. She's very worthy if it's not just for me. She's worthy for herself because of her beauty and who she is. And that's plenty worthy. The letter X. Well, the only word I can think of is xylophone, but maybe that's something that I can play a beautiful tune for. But I say in my case would be that she's my now, that was my ex, my first love. So she's back again. She's not my ex. Like the letter X in general. Just the letter X is now non existence because our love is once again the letter Y. Okay. Yummy. The word yummy is how I feel about her. Like honey on the tip of my tongue, you know? Yummy. Maybe it's just the way she tastes and the salt that hits the tip of my tongue from her skin. That's something special to me. And that's how I feel about Rachel. Oh, and the final one. Couldn't come up with many words to describe Z that I really fit the script about her, but I would have to say this. In the beginning of the alphabet, there's A, and at the end, there's Z. She's my beginning and end, till the end. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I love her. And that's pretty much A to Z. Any way I can say it. Words just half the time ain't enough. Sometimes you put a little action behind your words and make it a little heavy. Get the heart pumping. Your little heart space in your mind. Pop up, pop up, pop up. That's how she makes me feel sometimes. Little butterflies. But I will say, I love you, Rachel. And thank you for making me be the best man for you and my family. Anyhow, A to Z, baby. That's how it's done.